Hello, 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 and welcome to the Quiver Channel. I am Jason, your host. First things first, let's take my tablets. Hello. Alright, we'll move everything over there we don't need. At the moment, we're going to need my glasses because we're going to be working on stuff. We've got bits and pieces on the desk, and we are in a good position. A good splendiferous position, aren't we? We're good. The laptop's in the box down here. I haven't opened it. All I've done is taken off the address off it. That's it. So before we do that, I'm going to get the food started. Be distracted by doing this. Therefore, I'll get done. The first thing we're going to do is just put the food on. Raw potatoes, carrots. No, we're having potatoes, carrots today. Potatoes, carrots, and tuna. We've got two massive potatoes this week. Massive potatoes. I'm going to have to cut them off. For the really bad parts because they're not really in good condition, but hey, this is good. That's going to be enough potatoes for me. Potatoes, yay! So I'm just doing the potatoes and putting everything out before we start messing with stuff. Because otherwise, if I mess with stuff before, the meal will never get done. You know this. You know what I'm like, the meal will never get done. So potatoes go in first. Don't mess with the laptop. The potatoes are cut up. Water. Let's get them started. Potatoes. How are you, Tequila? Last night's show was amazing. Looking forward to helping your friend now. Always nice to meet new people. So, put the potatoes on. Alright, I've moved the camera over to my desk so you mess about and probably destroy a computer. I have no idea if this computer's going to be working. Yeah, I mean, yes, we have some idiots who try. One of the things with a place that's so popular, if you do get jealous people, you do get idiots that try to come with problems. And there was that one guy that horrible comic who didn't read the room or understand anything and was just the horrible one that Manny had to kick out. That was just cringeworthy what he was saying, and that was the only really bad one. I had a few people who tried to crash the place, but you get that. So this is the character we're going to be. I'll just come over and read what. Put this on. The dog's food. On. Kids and co. Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea, Tequila. Like I've always said, getting up on that stage with a place like that, with all the people so wonderful, and it connects you to everyone in such a way. I would suggest anybody get on the stage and try. Everything here. Everything here. Now going in. First we do the doggies. So I've got to do everything before I mess with computers, because if I mess with computers, I'm going to forget about everything else. I get distracted by computers. So the dog's food got me done. So let's put the doggies' food out. This done. Because, yeah. So today I'm having tuna with potatoes and carrots. Just normal tin tuna, potatoes and carrots. Of course, the doggies get some of the tuna as well. The thing is, Munchies is, as you've already can tell yourself, very inclusive. We're always here for everyone. Doesn't matter what your sexual orientation, what your gender, you will be supported and protected. And that's the only kind of, we won't allow any kind of jokes or anything that, or shows that will trash people for no reason, or trash a minority. We don't need that. There's enough of that in the world. There's enough negative in the world. We don't need any more. We need to work together. It's amazing what you can do in a place like Munchies when the people are working together. It shows how good people can be. So the doggies are getting, they get their dry food, some normal dog food, wet food, and then some hot dog sausages sliced on it. And then when I have the tuna for me, I will put some of the tuna there. So they have tuna as well today. They're having a nice little mix of foodles. Yeah. But yeah, I remember the first night I went there, and you probably don't know the story of when I first joined. I had only been going for about a month. I was doing inspirational and stuff like that, and I'll tell you the story of what happened. How I got a Steam Deck, because my Steam Deck is because of the people at Munchies. My Steam Deck is the Munchies. Come on, Beryl. Get your food. Right, so about 2 months after I had joined Munchies, we had some griefers there, and because I wouldn't back down and let them to win, they targeted me. And I had done a story in a newspaper about how the cost of living was affecting disabled people. And so I was in the limelight a bit. And so one day, it was a Sunday, I was on my computer doing a stream, just a normal stream with people playing games. And these griefers signed into my stream and gave out my real life address. And then started threatening to actually come to my house, to horrible things they did. They said things really nasty things, like they said they'd find my wife's ashes and put them in a yogurt and make me eat them. Wonderful things like that. This was what they did on that day. Now, I was completely in shock. I was sitting in front of my computers. I couldn't log off because my stream was my safe space. So I stayed on, and I was being trashed by these people in my stream. And I was there alone, and no one was on my stream except me and these griefers. But somehow, the people at Munchies and that, as well as some of my other friends, found out what was going on, and they all piled in and started defending me. They told me to contact the police, which I did. We had to contact the police and everything to put things in place. And after that event that happened, it was basically a 7-hour-long stream of me sitting there being ridiculed and attacked by these assholes. And after that, a couple of days later, Manifesto got together with all the people on thingy. And you know, that's how they did two things for me. First of all, they built that house that I live in VRchat. They built that for me. Felix and others put it together for me, so I had a wonderful place to stay. They did that for me. And at the same time, they got together donations and gave me some money to spend on myself. And basically, they allowed me to buy a Steam Deck. They did that for me Manny just did all that in secret in the background. It was amazing. Hello, Dark Jaws. So yeah, Munchies is an amazing place. It's been there for so many people. So, the food is on. So we may as well open this box. I will put my keyboard over here. So first of all, we're going to find out whether or not this laptop works. Because we have no idea. Because it is boxed up here. It arrived about, it was amazing. It arrived, and I use this Steam Deck to do, this Steam Deck is connecting here. That's what I do my actually thingy down there. Yeah. So we've got the laptop here. And the person who's packed this for eBay has used duct tape, which is the same. I use duct tape sometimes when I'm packing something. Duct tape is wonderful for packing stuff. So it's been duct taped. So we have no idea. I mean, I've been very lucky when I bought stuff on eBay. Yeah, you use the real strong duct tape. Bloody hell. So, yeah, I do like it when people actually play things well, take them up well. So let's get this round on here. All right, we have that. All right, so let me put it down on the floor. Okay. So nice idea that is. So they make wonderful retro things. So this is the original box it came in, and he's also duct taped this. So this parcel was not going to come apart. So let me find the edge of the thing. Let me try. Where is the edge? Ah, there it is. I tell you what, look at. Oh, oh. Holy shit, this is strong duct tape. Makes very good parcel. This is not going to come, would not have come apart in the actual postal service usually. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with laptop. Right, so we have, it is a HP laptop. Right, so let me just pile this around. Let me put this box out of the way in here. So I don't have that much room. So I'm very impressed with how well this is. So we've got the charger here, which is a normal. It can charge via USB, or it can charge via cable. So this is, as he said, this is almost. I'm in almost new condition. This is not bad condition at all. It's got all the normal things. So sometimes when you're on eBay, sometimes when you're on eBay, you get. Now, some people don't like that. HP laptops used to be really bad, especially bad for upgrading. They built them with custom screws and everything. But these days, you can actually pretty much get into one of these little laptops quite easily compared to the old times. I will probably have to take the strips off though. I think those strips might have some things underneath them. I'll figure out. Okay, so we're going to take away all the pieces that we don't need because we don't have much room on the table. But no, for an eBay second-hand laptop, this is in good condition. And we're talking nice little laptop. Put it down there before we start playing with it. So let's take all this away. Let's take this little bit of and put it all there. Not too bad actually. This is a couple of years old as well. Talking about 5-6 years ago, HP used to do horrible things to their laptops. And this is a nice white one. I haven't had a white laptop in a very long time. This is gorgeous. Little 14-inch laptop. It's cute as hell. I love it, even though I haven't turned it on yet. So what have we got here? We've got an USB-C, which is a power delivery one as well. A USB HDMI power cable there. And on this side, we've got we've got your headphones, and we've got another USB. So I mean, that's gorgeous. It's even got the little bit of thing. So what we're going to do first of all, just turn it on to make sure it works. So we'll just turn it on to make sure it works. Let it boot up, and then I'll shut it back down. It's working. It's working. I mean, for a second-hand laptop, this is in almost perfect condition. This is in brand new condition. This is. I'm really impressed. So yeah, this is working. So I will shut it back down. I will open it up, and I will be upgrading the. It comes with a 256 gig M2, but I've got a 2 terabyte M2 here put in it. And I'm going to install Windows 10 on it because I prefer Windows 10. So we'll just let it get past its thing, tinkering time. So yep, that's a. Now here's a tip for you. If you buy a laptop on eBay or from any seller that you don't know, it doesn't matter whether you trust them, you should always do this. Once you install it, go into Windows.
Set up your device using turn on narrator by pressing.
No, we do.
More access. Press Windows.
Let's turn it off now. Let's turn it back on. Right. So when you first get a laptop, if it's got Windows installed already, go into the Windows operating system and type in reset. The run bar. It will give you two options when you ask to reset Windows 10 and Windows 7 and Windows 11. You can do this on. And then you can choose whether to reset Windows and keep all your... You get two choices. The first choice is reset Windows from the software on the computer, which you say no to. And you connect it to your wireless and let it download a new version of Windows. And then you reset it, basically tell it to clean everything and complete reset. So that there's no real chance that anybody's left any payloads in there to take your stuff. I mean, most eBayers are fine and that, but it's always worth doing that on a reset. Now this, I'm going to turn over and try to get into it. Now it has two screws here which are completely normal screws, but it doesn't have any other visible screws, so I am guessing that the rest of the screws are underneath these little plastic things. So let's just pull you around enough so you can see it more. There, that's better. Because like I said, most eBayers are just normal people thinking, but some people do sell items that will have a payload on, try and take your data or whatever. So this is my Yin-San. It's not a very good one. It was very cheap, this little setting, but it's useful. So I'm going to put my glasses on because we're going to be doing close work. We are going to be doing close work, and so I will need my glasses. Close work. There. I can see stuff close up better. Yay. So, I do want to get myself one of the LL Linus screwdrivers. I might treat myself to one of the Linus screwdrivers at some point in time. So I need that for little shocking things, so I'll take that out. Take that out. I'll take this out in case I need it. I'll take one of the bigger ones of these out. Got lots of little bits and pieces we just put there. And we'll need one of the small, tiny screwdrivers. We'll also need one of these, the shucking things, these things for getting around the edges. And there. We want a small screwdriver. Which one of our small? I think this one might be the right size. Never tell. So, and the place we're going to put the actual screws is in the lid of this, in the lid of that. So the lid of that's going there and the screws are going to go there. Nope, there isn't a screwdriver for that. We need a different one. No, put that one back. Try you. There we are. That's the right one for this. First screw out. It feels like magnesium. Second screw is there. Now I'm pretty much guaranteed that there's more than two screws holding this in. I mean, there's no way there's two screws holding this in. We can try, but I'm pretty sure there isn't two screws holding this in. Yeah, I think we're going to have to shock this from the pretty sure. Yep, this has been taken off before, as you can see. It's okay because it does go back on quite well. So, there. They're just little, quite sticky, and they just stick back down anyway. So we've got 2 hidden screws here, which I'll find they're just normal screws. And they all look the same size, these black ones, so we won't have a problem putting them back in. I'm going to have to open it up at some other time as well. This has got 20 gigabytes in, which is bad. Why is 20 gigabytes bad? Because it means there's a 16 gigabyte in here and a 4 gigabyte, which means dual channel won't work properly. So we'll just take this bit out. Just once again, ease this under it using this little tool. A little bit. Lay them down so you don't get dust and that on the sticky part, because you want this. So we've got 2 there, 2 here. Once again, this is actually quite an easy laptop to go into. You just, these are the same size screws as those, so we can, all the screws, I believe, no, those are slightly different size. So I will put these ones over here for the back. Back ones seem as if they're slightly taller. They might not be, but I'm gonna. There we are. Okay, so right, so we took out all the stuff. Now, in theory, we use one of these to just getting it in slightly. It's going to be actually quite simple to get off. Oh, so hello, Nina. So, just make sure we've got the other side off. They're just little clips that sort of. There we have. That's off just the normal cover. We'll put that over there. Right, so we've got the M2 over here. That's the M2 in the corner there. I'll show you it on here because we'll get a good look at. Let's have a good look at it with this camera. So this down here is the M2, which we're going to replace. An NVMe 256 gigabyte. Now we don't need to go any deeper in. If we were going to go deeper in, we'd. Oh, so it doesn't have a second one anywhere. There's your wireless over there, your wireless LAN and all that. And these are your memory sticks. Now I want to check the memory. Put 2 different kinds of memory in. Now I won't take them out until I'm going to replace them, but it looks in pretty much perfect condition. There's no dust. There's no dust in the fan or anything. It's really in good condition, this system is. So let's turn. So that's all done there. So put that back over there. But all we need to do is to take the M2 out. Tiny mini screw. There we are. That is the little M2. I'm going to focus on that anyway, but yeah. It's quite a cheapy one that's in here, quite a cheap one. So this laptop's going to be a retro gaming and other type of gaming. So we're going to install this new one, which is a 2 terabyte one. So we're replacing a 256 with a 2000. Goes in there like that. There we are. Do the screw and put it back together. I'm going to change when I can afford to buy some memory. When I can afford to buy some memory, I'm going to replace these two with dual channel modules. Give it more speed. Everything looks fine. So all we need to do, we're going to flip back on. That's all it took. So put the screws back in. All the screws. And then we put those two in. So we're going to it's in right. Slightly bigger ones. Put that one in. Let me just check. I think this one's for this one. Seems slightly different in size. No, that isn't for this one. This one's for the bottom one. That is definitely. Yeah, that goes on there. There. That's the back one on. Now on to the front one. Yeah, so this is going to be a backup. It may even take over doing the streams in the kitchen, because even though it's a small laptop, well, powerful enough to do all this. So let's this one back on. There we are. Now we'll put away all this stuff before we turn it back on. Otherwise, things gonna. We've got to put two more. Actually, we've got two more screws we've got to put in. Two more screws. Must not forget the last two screws, Jason. And they're so small. Come here, screws. Got tiny screws. I almost forgot to put in. Right. Right, so in theory, we're going to have to turn this on and go into the BIOS, which we'll deal with in a sec. Just put all this stuff back. All back in its place. So I can find it next time. I have to do this or things will get lost all over the place in my house. I always end up putting things in silly places, don't I? And I never can forget. They're perfectly safe places I put my stuff in, and I can never find them ever again. You know how I thought. You know what that's like, isn't it? We put our stuff away in places that is so awesome and so safe that we can never find it again. Perfectly safe from ourselves. Now I am going to plug in. I'm going to hold that there. I want to plug this in. Little 45 watt adapter. This one can charge via USB or charge via this. So I'll just have to plug this all in over there. All this is in brand new condition. It's amazing how well this is. But if I'm going to install an operating system, I want it to be powered. Even put back on this. How well this is done. So let's need to get under the table and plug this in. Over there. Come on, Barrow, out of the way. Come on. Get in there. Need to get in here, down here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're back. Sorry, the power supply didn't lost connection underneath, so when I was plugging something else in. So we're installing. Can you hear me okay now? Yeah, power supply. When I plugged it in last night, like down there, it unplugged the power supply for this, which unplugged the power supply for other things. So we're just going to install Windows 10. English, yep. Let's get this installed. Install now. Let it do its thing. And so we have the other camera has died as well because of the same problem. So I'm going to turn the other camera off anyway. Yeah, we can move this camera out of the way. Don't need it there. So it's just installing Windows now in the side at the side there, which is fine. It worked. Install a full version of Windows. Yeah. Yep. We want to actually delete. Yeah. And we want to delete this one. We want to create a new one, a new hard drive. Apply. Okay, that's fine. Create what we need. And all on the 2 terabyte drive. There, it's doing its thing now. It's installing Windows. Everything's been a success. It's got a nice Ryzen 5500U in there. It's all worked perfectly, and it's a completely silent laptop most of the time because it's very quiet. It's going to be brilliant. This is probably going to take the place of my Steam Deck. But at the moment, let me show you. We're not on a laptop or anything. I'm using the Steam Deck is acting as a. So yeah, the Steam Deck is actually running this entire streaming setup down here. The Steam Deck is doing everything. Steam Deck's got OBS running on it and everything, so. So yeah, all. It all worked. So it's just, I always prepare very well for all these kind of things. Like I downloaded a new copy of Windows onto an SD flash card yesterday, and I've downloaded all the actual bits and pieces. Yeah, the Steam Deck is amazing. The Steam Deck is more powerful than most laptops, and if you plug it into the dock, you can connect a camera, a mic, a mouse, a keyboard, and it uses the Linux desktop. And so basically, it's just. Yeah, because I mean, let me show you what the desktop looks like on this, because this is like, it's a full desktop environment. So let me re-enable this. So yeah, you've got the small screen, which usually shows, I have shown the chat, but it's no different than Windows really. I mean, you've got all your bits and pieces there. When Internet Explorer, the whole lot is all there. It can go into its what's called its big screen mode and that when you're using it as a console. And of course, I've got my OBS running on a second monitor for it. So, yeah. There, I've got the chat back up so I can see the chat on that one. And I can game and stream on the Steam Deck in the kitchen with no problems. So yeah, that's going to just do a nice install of Windows, and then I'll connect it to the network and he'll download all the optional updates. Now, what am I going to use this for? This little 256. Yeah, the Steam Deck is brilliant. I'm going to use this. I'm going to put it in an enclosure as I think it's a backup, 256 gig. I'm going to fill it with all my documents and everything, and keep it in a safe space. So that's going to be used as a backup. So, yeah, the Steam Deck is amazing. Hello, welcome, Emma. Emma, you're the person who commented on the Azeal video, and you added you on VRchat. If I'm right, Emma. Yay. So yeah, I'd better start doing the foods over there. Yay! Well, I'm looking forward to meeting up on VRchat. I love people and spending time. So okay, food. The potatoes and the carrots are just about done. The tuna is already on my thingy, so I'm having tuna, potatoes, carrots, and gravy. That's going to be my lunch. So we need to put that there, and I need to go and get the thingy bits and pieces. Evil work, taking up too much room. Not fair. Work takes up too much. I'll just set up this and then I'll come chat again. I've opened our camera over here, but we were using the laptop we were messing about with. So we've got the carrots that are done. Yeah, tuna is lovely, yeah. Some of the carrots go on here with that. The rest will be added to I have later. There you go. Yeah, tuna is so versatile. I need my swirly thing to mix the gravy. My swirly thing. Oh, potatoes here. I'll show you the meal. But yeah, the Steam Deck is actually an amazing powerhouse. Most people just use the console, but it can be console, retro. I've got something like 130. I've got something like 140 games on there. But it can also stream. My entire kitchen rig is the Steam Deck, which is crazy. With a Steam Dock, swirly thing, the swirly thing. Yeah. I'm going to just mash up the potatoes. Oh, it's just, yes, United Kingdom, because it's going through the normal Windows setup. And it's going to probably start saying, would you like me to talk? No, I don't want you to talk, computer. Not. So, set it up. It's. No, we'll skip that for now. We'll skip. Let's connect you to a network. It's my. It's upstairs. Upstairs, my network thing. Let me go fetch the piece of paper that I should have brought downstairs. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. We've got to just connect the little laptop to a hey, yes. What we're doing now? Let's connect you to a network. You'll need to connect to. Right, we've got. Okay. Going to have to wait for the internet. Continue with limited setup. Woohoo! Yeah, let's continue with limited for now. We've got to get the wireless. Okay, so let's finish the meal off, because this is going to need. Has it got a? Hasn't got a USB, so I'm going to have to connect it via other thing. So, what are we going to do now? We're going to finish the meal off. I'm going to shut you down for a bit. I need a few things. So, we're going to make mashed potatoes. So, I need my oat milk. I can't use dairy. I can't have dairy. So, oat milk is what I have to have. So, oat milk. And because I can't use butter, I use some vegetarian mayonnaise, which seems to be okay with me because my body can't handle eggs usually. So, not eggs either. But this is a good thing for butter. Creamy mashed potato. Okay. Front door. That was just a courier to pick up a parcel. That was a courier to pick up a parcel. I get lots of. Yeah, I have to have, my body can't handle any kind of diet dairy, so oat milk is actually one of the nicest ones that doesn't taste of itself. So mashed potatoes. I've got my masher. Now this masher is one of the only mashers that I use a lot because they always fall apart. This one's like a steel masher that I got from Amazon. it's almost like a power fist from Fallout. So strong. This is a wonderful little masher. It's a brilliant masher. We'll mash anything. Put this on here. Save the rest of the potatoes for later. Then we put the gravy on, and then we'll show you what it looks like. The rest of the gravy in there. Probably get left now. Now let's take it. So I love using my cameras as action camera, so you can see what I'm doing. There we are. That's my meal. Yeah. Yeah, my body just can't handle anything like that. Now, I'm going to go eat this. And then I will sort out this little laptop, get it all working. And I will talk to people next. If you want to add me on Discord, I'll give people my Discord, 2 things. Now, first of all, let's give the channel Discord, because we have some awesome people on that channel that are all into being just genuinely awesome. And most of them have come from Thingy. So that's that one. Now, as for me, let's grab mine as well. So because I don't know. Let's go here. Yeah. Okay, so, and that's my Discord. So happy to have anything. So I'm going to go eat now, and then I'll be upstairs while this is installing everything. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye for now.